Hi guys, this is Mr. Assassin and I'm here today to do Tower of God chapters 55, 56 and 57 review. Told you I was going to take care of this. I want to get up to date. Of course, I still got 2 more arcs to go. So I'm going to milk this as much as possible. So, starting off with chapter 55. We left off when Yu Sung was battling what was his name? Yugasi. And apparently Yu Sung knew that Yugasi was an imposter ever since the beginning, when he arrived later than everybody else. So that gave him out somehow. I don't know how, but maybe the real Yugasi was always punctual, and because this guy was late, maybe that was the hint. But we don't know. What we do know is that Yu Sung knew about this from the very beginning. We find out that Yu Sung is actually called the submerged fish of Evan Hell's floor, and he is very powerful. He has hidden powers, and Yugasi, I'm going to still call him Yugasi because we don't know his real name, always wanted to fight this guy to match their own powers. And then we jump off to Kun, and Kun is talking to Lero, trying to convince Lero that somebody from the outside sent the letter to Ho, not a regular. And his story is very simple. Basically, the red hair girl, the one with the eye patch, told Kun that Ho is going to do something to Kun or Rachel, and that's because Ho sees them as threats, as better competitors than him, and he wanted to take them out. So from that point on, Kun started spying on Ho. He enlisted the help of Fool, one of Ho's teammates, and the one who was sitting right next to her apartment, her room, and he made a trade with this guy. He gave him a rock. I don't know what that is. Probably that thing that makes the lighthouses levitate. And this guy was supposed to tell Kun whenever there was strange behavior going on, and so he did. He told Kun about the strange behavior that Ho had right when he received the package. He didn't know that it was a letter at the time. Then Kun snuck into this guy's room and took the letter, copied it with his briefcase, and that's how he has the letter now to show to Lero. He also says that this guy knew, whoever wrote the letter knew that Bam, Ho and Rachel are going to be in the same team even before the teams were announced. So it couldn't have been a regular because they didn't know the teams at the time, but this guy who wrote the letter did, so he was basically one of the instructors. And Lero leans to Kun's side and tells him about a possible solution, but they don't know if it's a solution yet. And that's basically chapter 55. Kun also admits to Lero that he helped Quant in the test, and he tells all the story again. We know the story, I'm not going to repeat it now. Sorry, my mic is acting up. Okay. Chapter 56. Let me take a quick look at this. We see the fight between Yu Ha-sung and Yu-ga-si, and just a moment. Okay, so we get to see the fight between Yu-ga-si and Yu Ha-sung. We see Yu-ga-si summoning a big fish, a big eel type thing. This thing goes underground under the ice, and he tries to eat Yu Ha-sung, but then an even bigger eel gets summoned by Yu-ga-sung and hits the first eel, and it would seem like they are going to have a full-on fight. Actually, Yu-ga-si gets all riled up about this fight, but then Yu Ha-sung tells him that you got this wrong. I'm not going to fight you. Just these ones, our interests are the same. I want to stop these regulars as much as you do, so I'm going to actually help you and tell your master that they will not pass. Because you see, even though they are not in the same team, they have the same goals. So they're not going to fight right now. He's actually going to give free reign, if you want, to Yu-ga-si, and then he leaves. And after this small scuffle, because it's not actually a fight, a small scuffle, we see Yu Ha-sung is very agitated, and when he tries to drink the coffee, he actually freezes the coffee, and he says that quote unquote, a wave big enough to shake the tower is about to form. So he knows that there are changes in the tower, and these changes relate to Bam. Of course, he's the main character and he's an irregular, and I think he suspects that he's an Yu Ha-sung suspects that Bam is an irregular. Also about Kun, a member of the Ijiri's family, allying himself with an irregular, and also with Rachel, which we do not know who she works for at the time, but as I stated in my previous videos, she obviously works for an organization or something. So never before have there been two Zahad princesses and two irregulars, because there's Bam and there's the big guy also, a member of the Ijiri's family, and a girl of unknown. Never before has it been so many people who gather up together and have so much potential. So this wave, that this friendship that they are forming, this alliance, actually turns into a wave that can shake the tower. And that's pretty much, let me see, that's pretty much the chapter 56. Now on chapter 57, we see that they are about to announce the results of the previous test, who passed and who was disqualified. But right before they go into the classroom, or it's like a classroom anyway, right before they go in, Yu Ha-sung and Ero have a discussion, and it's basically about the test. Because the test, as stated before in my previous videos, the test is not about finding gifted people. This test on the Evran Hills floor is to eliminate all the people that can bring harm to the tower, or better said, is to eliminate all the potential people, all the people that have potential to challenge the rule of the tower. So basically, when Zahad and his allies first started climbing the tower, there were no no rules. There were no floor administrators. There were no floor rulers. So they climbed the tower, and the tests were given to Zahad and his allies by the floor masters. The floor admin, what are those names? Just a moment. The floor guardians, right? So the tests were given by the floor guardians, and after they passed multiple floors, the guardian says, well, you're good enough for if you want to stay on the lower floors, you're good enough to give tests yourself, but you will always be answering to us. Anyway, when the first irregular appeared, Phantominium, and he entered the tower, mind you, forcefully, because he wasn't chosen by Hera. He entered the tower and he reached the top and he killed most of the elites that King Zahad had, and it was chaos all around the tower. But they didn't do anything about it because they believed it was a fluke. But then, after Phantominium, came Urek Mazino, and Urek Mazino did the exact same thing. He climbed the tower, he beat everyone, he even formed an organization that is called the All Hike Song. I don't know what exactly that means, but the All Hike Song. And this organization became so powerful that even the 10 families feared it because of this guy's power. And one of the members of this organization is actually with Yuri Zahad. Yeah, with Yuri Zahad right now. The big guy with the white hair and the big hammer. He's coming to get the Black March. So we can see that this organization has very powerful members. And once the people above, the let's say rulers of the establishment, once they realized that these irregulars were coming in and they were changing, every one of them, they were changing the organization of the tower, the rules of the tower, they were not respecting them. They decided, well, let's stop these people in the beginning, before they become so powerful. Because as you can see, irregulars are very talented. Like Bam, for example, they are very talented, but they do not know the depths of their power. They do not know what potential they have until they climb the tower. So let's say Bam right now is on the 3rd floor, but when Bam is going to be on the 90th floor or whatever, he's going to be insanely strong, because he will learn from the tests. He will train and he will learn how to use his full potential, and he's going to be very hard to stop once he reaches that level. And that's why the administration says, well, let's find these people that are gifted on the 1st floors, on the 3rd floor, Evan Hill's floor. Let's find them out and let's eliminate them right then and there before they can reach their full potential. And that's like a barrier of protection against what comes from the outside. And not only from the outside, but there are members like the lizard girl, what's her name, Anak Zahar, that also wants to challenge the tower, and if she gets much stronger than she is now, she's going to be able to challenge the rule of the tower. And even though she's a regular, she needs to be stopped here and now. So basically, this is like a protection, a water break, as Johansson puts it, a water break against the tide, against what comes in. They sort the people that could pose a threat to the tower's leadership and to the tower's rules, and they eliminate them before they can reach their full potential. And of course, Leroro doesn't agree with this. Leroro says that without waves, without somebody making waves we don't have an ocean. We have stale water, and stale water rots. So I would rather live in a world where we have waves, when we have people and persons that make waves, than live in stale water. And of course you have things that will then quit. If you don't like your job, quit. These tests will go on with or without you. And I think that's everything. We also get to see the results. We get to see who passed and who didn't pass. Of course, some people are all riled up because they didn't pass, and that's basically it. It's not important who passed and who didn't pass. We get to see that Kuhn passed, the Gator passed, Bam passed, Laurel passed, the princesses passed. Basically everyone of importance passed except Rachel. And in the next chapter we're going to see how they plan to actually bring Rachel to the next test, because she didn't pass because she was injured. So we get to see in the next chapter what is the plan, what is Kuhn's plan and Laurel. But that's basically it. A lot of information about the tower. I get to find more and more things about the tower and its structure. We get to see that the ones that are on top are greedy, they are fearful, so a corrupt administration that actually wants to eliminate everyone that doesn't agree with the rules and their rule. And we can realize from this point on that Bam is going to be treated as an outsider, and there are going to be lots of attempts on Bam's life, because if Yu Han-sung has figured out that he's an irregular, then other people on other floors are going to figure out they are going to be insanely powerful people, so they're going to figure it out. But that's it. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm going to do the next three chapters, 58, 59 and 60. Have a nice day. Peace.
Any rational society would either kill me or put me to some use.